So if I know for the majority of my vacation, it's gonna be sightseeing and excursions, why am I packing 7 slip dresses and 5 pairs of stilettos? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Keia, and on my channel I talk about all things faith, fashion, and finance, and how to enjoy nice things without finding your identity in them. So today's episode is kind of going to be like a wild card, just because I'm currently packing for a beach vacation, and by the time this one comes out, I'll be back from my short beach vacation. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 5 tips on how to pack a carry-on for your beach vacation. So this video is inspired just off of my own nonsense because I'm an avid overpacker. And for this trip, I wanted to challenge myself to pack a carry-on. I'm only gone for 4 days. It's not like I'm going to New York in the fall and I need sweaters and I need jackets and I need boots and all of these things. I'm going to the beach for 4 days. So I wanted to challenge myself to do this. And so I can be one of those people who just gets off the plane and goes straight to their destination. This is not me saying, oh, always aim to pack a carry-on. No, I pack luggage. I pack big luggage that needs to be checked, and I will continue to do it, like for relevant trips. But for this one, I just wanted to challenge myself. And also there's kind of like a funny background story to this. So because I'm an avid overpacker, one time in my past, probably almost 10 years ago, I went on a 7-day trip to the Dominican Republic, and I packed a suitcase. Like in later years, like last year, I literally used this suitcase to pack half of my wardrobe to move into my current apartment, like to move. I packed this suitcase stuffed to the seams to go to the Dominican Republic for 7 days. Like for 7 days. And the result of that was me returning from this trip with half of the suitcase full of things I never wore, and also filled with other souvenirs. And I ended up paying like 75 USD. If you're Canadian, you know those exchange rates, but I paid 75 USD for overweight charges for things I didn't even wear. So after that, of course, I've had the privilege of traveling to other places, but I said, I'm not doing this nonsense anymore. I am not, and I actually just wanted to have a further challenge. So that's why I'm gonna share 5 tips that I'm applying as I currently pack for my vacation, my short beach vacation. So the first tip that I'm gonna give, the first question you should ask yourself is this a what if? And then if it is a what if, you probably don't need it. A lot of the times, like you're overpacking because it's like, oh, well, what if I go to this specific, what if I go to the beach and I end up surfing? Should I will I wear this? Or what if I end up going on a sea-doo? But you don't know how to swim though. But you don't know how to swim. And I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just being petty. But like, just like making up these scenarios of what you're gonna do, or what if I just so happen to go to this place. Like if it's not in your itinerary, like of course there's, like on vacation you do spontaneous things, but it's just like if it's a what if, and you're most likely not gonna wear it. At least I found that for myself. Like yeah, and I'll go into more detail on a specific story on that, but if it's a what if, you're most likely not going to use it, so you might as well just leave it at home. The second tip that I'm applying and also will share with you is to pack for the occasion. So if I know for the majority of my vacation it's going to be sightseeing and excursions, why am I packing 7 slip dresses and 5 pairs of stilettos? I keep repeating this example because herein lies my problem. Like this is how I have packed previously. Just nonsense things that don't make sense for the actual occasion or don't make sense for the trip. And that's not saying, oh, you can't wear, because you could definitely wear like a dress with sneakers or running shoes or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, if majority of your suitcase is filled with things that, or in the past they have been, because we're packing for a carry-on now, but if in the past majority of your suitcase has been packed with things that you didn't end up wearing, it's because you probably didn't pack for the occasion. At least I know I didn't. So it just came down to me realizing that I needed to pack for what I knew I was gonna do on that trip. And just because I'm packed for the occasion doesn't mean that style had to be sacrificed. I save room in my suitcase and I save money. The third tip that I'm applying, packing a carry-on for this beach vacation, is to pack things that can be transitioned from day into evening. So not just like packing, it's not just about packing less, but also packing things that can be transitioned throughout the day. So for an example, if I'm gonna pack a linen shirt, I can use that linen shirt one evening over a dress that I wear to dinner, like to cover my shoulders if it's cooler out. And then I can also use that linen shirt to throw over a bathing suit at the beach as a cover up. Like something that can be used, something that's like multifaceted, something that can be used in multiple ways. You know what I mean? It's just better. Like I've found that to be really helpful for myself, so that I'm not packing, 5 shirts when I just needed one. Or 5 overshirts when I just needed one. I don't have 5 overshirts. But I'm just saying, like, just giving an example. You don't need to pack that many clothes if things can be used in multiple ways. A fourth tip that I'll give that is very specific is to pare down on the shoes. So earlier in the video, I mentioned that I have a specific story about packing what ifs. It's shoes for me. I love shoes. Like, I actually love shoes. I take care of my shoes. My Air Force Ones are supposed to be white. They're not supposed to be brown. Okay, but like I'm that person. But I remember a particular time, this specific time when I went to the Dominican Republic, when I packed 6 pair of shoes and ended up wearing 3. And it was 2013, so I want you to think like chunky, heavy, 5-pound Aldo wedges, okay? Like that's what I want you to think when I'm saying shoes. But I ended up wearing pool slides, a pair of sandals that were a bit more fancier, and I brought one pair of heels that I actually wore that were versatile, that could be worn with multiple outfits. Those were the 3 shoes that I wore. And I ended up making my suitcase overweight because I packed 6 pairs of shoes, three pairs of which I didn't wear. Like 3 pairs they were not relevant. So I would say pare down the shoes because those are heavy and they take up space. So if we're trying to conserve space, if we're trying to save space for the things that we actually need, I would say pare down on your shoes and actually bring shoes that are gonna be relevant to your trip. And you know what you can wear your runaround shoes on the plane and then pack 2 pairs in your suitcase so that it's not taking up majority of the space. And the 5th and final tip that I applied that I'm gonna share with you is to pare down on your makeup and your toiletries. So on a regular day, I do the bare minimum when it comes to makeup. It's a bit of concealer, it's some powder, it's some blush, it's some bronzer, and it's a bit of mascara, okay? Like it's bare minimum. I don't have any tips for you when it comes to makeup. I do the bare minimum that works for me. So then why is it that when vacation comes around, I think I'm gonna turn into Pat McGrath? Like I'm out here packing palettes that I haven't touched in years, that are probably expired. But I've done this in the past. This is in reference to a past vacation, but like I was out here packing eyeshadow palettes that I never used in Canada. And now I'm packing them to bring to the vacation that I'm definitely not gonna use them there. For me, if I do the bare minimum at home when I'm going out. If I'm going out something a little more fancier, maybe I'll pull out the liquid foundation. But why do I now think that I'm gonna be inspired to be doing cut crease? You know what I mean? Like I don't even know how to do that. So I'd say don't bring unnecessary toiletries and makeup. Like for me, like a tip that I'm gonna do, I'm even gonna probably bring less. Like I'm not even bringing a liquid foundation. I'm bringing a little bit of concealer and like powder, because you're gonna get sun, you're gonna get a tan. So the liquid foundation isn't even gonna work anymore. Like you don't want anything that's super full coverage. So yeah, I realized that for myself. And then also just in terms of toiletries and skincare as well. I remember just envisioning, oh yeah, I'm gonna go on this vacation and I'm gonna bring this clay mask and I'm gonna wear the mask when I'm in my room chilling at night. No, I'm not. That mask was unopened in the Dominican. And it came back to Canada. It was untouched. So instead of packing all of these extra toiletries and makeup items that you're not gonna use, because I know especially for me too, when I think of makeup, like when I'm out and about in the sun, like especially on a beach vacation, the last thing I want on my face is makeup. I put makeup on in the evening if it's more of a fancier dinner or going out. So I don't need to pack a bunch of things that I'm not even gonna use. Pare down on that. And also when it comes to skin, like I'm not gonna pack a clay mask. I'm just gonna let the salt water do what it does, because salt water does beautiful things to skin. That's one thing I love about going on a beach vacation is the salt water, because it's just amazing. So yeah, leave the extra makeup at home, leave the extra toiletries at home, let the salt water do its wonders, and save that space for the things that you actually need. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in for this wildcard episode. I hope that these tips were helpful. If you are preparing for a beach vacation, a short beach vacation, and yeah, so if you haven't already, I'd like to ask that you would subscribe to this channel. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and follow me on Instagram at KeiaJohns to see where I went on vacation. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in my next upload. Bye.